Join me today as I kick off my 2024 holiday decorating series. Here we are in our family room, a nice blank slate, cleaned the cushions, have a new furniture configuration going on. I love to do that for the holidays. Nothing major, but just to do something a little different. So for fall, we had an accent chair here and there. They were the larger chairs. Took those away and brought these smaller ones in. Kept the ottoman. But I'm hoping this creates a cozy little, conversation area, or if anything, if you're sitting in the chairs, you can talk to whoever's sitting on the sofa. You can look at the fireplace, the tree, or the TV. Only thing is you can't see who's behind you in the kitchen, but that's okay, right? My goal this year is to create a very classic red, white, and green look. Hopefully style the bookcases with a little bit of asymmetry this year, we'll see. Got this beautiful tree. This was from a collaboration with King of Christmas last year. And I brought back our snowy rug. The cats love this rug, and now that it's fire season, it reminds me of snow. It is so comfy underfoot. I will link this down below because I think everybody needs one in their life, at least for the holiday season. I also traded out coffee tables. This one was in our front little sitting room, so I swapped those. Brought these taller lamps in, keeping the vase in the middle. I think I'll just do an arrangement there. I have an idea what's going to go on either side of the sofa. But for now, how about we kick off the holiday season by starting with the mantle. Here's a little before. And here is the after. Santa is back. We found him a few years ago. He's been in this room one other Christmas, and then he's been in a couple of other rooms, so it's fun to have him in here again. This is such a beautiful portrait. I just love that deep red, shades of green, a little bit of gold, his beautiful blue eyes. And he is setting the stage of what I want it to look like in here. Just those traditional Christmas colors, red, green, white, little bit of gold. And of course, I can't leave this empty, so let's go ahead and fill up the mantle. But before we do that, I added something else, the wall sconces. They've actually been here before a few years ago. Then they made their way to the dining room, then the front little sitting room. Now they're back. I like how they frame the print and how the gold ties in with the gold in the bells and the frame. Usually I do tall florals right there, or a winter floral arrangement, but I'm going to try this and see how it goes. Now I could leave it plain like this, or I could do this. All I did was hang a piece of greenery and then tie a little imperfect bow, dress it up a little, and tie in with Santa. So what do you like better, with or without? I'm just going to pretend that you all said you like it with the greenery and ribbon better than without. While I was thinking of leaving it just like that, I want to add something to the outside of each sconce simply because I want to conceal the light switch. Here's one of the trees. Found them at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. I love how they look all snowy and glistening. However, I feel like it looks a little plain to be on the outside of the mantle. Needs a little something. What do we think of this instead? I have these little berry picks, and I just took off the berries and hot glued a few of them on. Gives it just a little something. I could even add a bit of glitter so it ties in with the tree. So what do you think? You like that better or that? Well, once again, I'm going to pretend that you unanimously voted for the little berries. I have a feeling I'm going to end up adding more as I kind of stare at them throughout the day. But now that that's done, let's do something here. Let me preface this by saying, let's just ignore all these lovely nails. They'll be covered up soon. But this is the piece that I have chosen to go in the middle. I shared this last week in my Christmas decor haul. If you missed that video, I found so many fun things. I'll link it below in case you want to take a look. But I love this sign. And what I had mentioned last week is that I really like that it's curved so it won't get in the way of, me hanging garland or adding greenery. Now we can cover up those lovely nails. I'm going to add this garland, my favorite garland. I think I'm able to link it below. I just like how bendable it is and how realistic it looks once it's hung up. I know I still need to fluff it and even it out, but already I can tell it's not as chunky as I want it to be, so I'm just going to weave in a second matching garland. That's a little bit better. Of course, we have to add some twinkle lights. I'm just weaving this little strand in and out, and then I'll fine-tune them a little bit later once it's dark and I can really see how they glow and where I need to weave in more or less. Next, I'm going to add in a few of these berry picks. They match the little berries that I hot glued to the trees. I really want to try to squeeze in a couple of these adorable houses. I shared these in my Christmas decor haul last week. I want it to go right here, but I've added all this greenery, so I don't want it to get lost. So I'm thinking I'll just take this candle holder and flip it upside down so I have the wider part on top. Place it right there. And then just put the house right on top of that. On second thought, that made it a little higher than I wanted, so I switched it out for this smaller glass candle holder instead. Next, I'm going to be adding in this whimsical bell garland. I shared it in my Christmas decor haul video last week along with a link. I think it will go perfectly with the bells in the Santa canvas. Unfortunately, I am not crazy about the bell garland. I think it's the twine, so I'll find another spot for it. Instead, I'm just going to add some eucalyptus to the garland, give it some texture, dimension. These are a part of faux branches that I bought at IKEA. They were really inexpensive, so I don't feel so bad cutting them up. They're easily replaceable. I think we need a little pop of glittery white, so how about some snowflakes? On second thought, I think I like the snowballs instead. Now down here, I know that fireplace screen needs to be cleaned so badly, it's just very intimidating because you have to take the glass off. So let's just pretend it's beautiful right now. I'm bringing back this chair that I've had here before for Christmas, added a plain white throw, and I'm just gonna leave it empty right now because I wanna stack some presents on the seat. I just don't have them yet. On this side, first thing I'm going to do is place this sled down on the ground. I think I found this at Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And then to fill in a little bit of that space visually, I'm going to add this tall reindeer to the top of the sled. I've given him a little bow embellishment for a pop of color, and I'm pretty sure this is the ribbon, or it'll be very similar to the one I'll be using on the tree. He has a little friend, but instead of giving him a bow as well, I just added this garland, and it ties in with the garland up above on the mantle. As an afterthought, instead of placing the gift on the chair or gifts on the chair, I brought in this plain white pillow and dressed it up a little bit with the same greenery and velvet ribbon that I used up above on the sconces. Created the white throw for this deep red one, and then added the presents down here instead, placing this really cute plaid ribbon around them. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and will consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be back next week to continue decorating for the holidays. Have a great week, and I'll see you then.